Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
Pretty cool perspective up here from the balcony at Harbor City Theatre. Schmooze Productions is gearing up to launch their production of Fiddler on the Roof.
The town of Ladysmith, a pre-election snapshot, Matt with a Mariner Minute, and running amok in Qualicum Beach.
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. As you know, there is a municipal election coming up on November the 15th, and we are very busy behind the scenes here at Shaw TV welcoming all of the candidates from the 5 municipalities in our viewing area. That includes Ladysmith, Nanaimo, Lanceville, Parksville, and Qualicum Beach. We're inviting candidates for council and the mayor's seat into our studio to have 2 minutes of airtime. We're in the process of recording those, and we'll start airing them early in November leading up to the election on November the 15th. We're also recording platforms from RDN candidates as well as School District 68 and 69. We are very busy behind the scenes, but that doesn't really tell you a lot necessarily about what's going on in the municipalities that we serve as a community television station. So here now is a look at Ladysmith. There's an all-candidates meeting in Ladysmith on Wednesday. That is October the 29th from 6:30 until 9:30. It takes place at Aggie Hall. If you'd like more information on how that process is going to go, you can call Ladysmith Town Hall 250-245-2112. Now we are sitting in a milk cart and we're just going on a milk run, which means literally, in this case, round and round in circles. Why? Because we're at the Harbor City Theatre. Schmooze Production launching. What are you launching this time?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof. That's quite a departure from the shows that we've seen over the past little while.
It's a family show, actually. We wondered what we would do next, and we hate it when people can guess what we might do, so it was time for a family show.
And if you were going to get any racier than you'd already gotten...
There's lines that you have to start waving in and out of,
What do you like about this script?
This script is timeless.
And I think we're going to be late for our milk deliveries.
No,
we're going to break the wheel? Have we broken it? Okay, that's a whole other... Okay, I think we broke the milk cart. What do you like about this script?
I like this script because it's a timeless story. It's about tradition. It's about a man and his family, his 5 daughters, and how their love and commitment to other things starts to push the lines of what is traditional and what is not. It's kind of the way, it's a common story that we still see today from our kids pushing the limits of what they can do and what we would allow them to do.
And Jewish themes.
Jewish themes, yeah, absolutely. Sabbath prayer, there's all the traditional songs. If I Were a Rich Man, most people will know that one.
We were trying to figure out, we're going to hear a song from the show later, and we were trying to figure out on what day is the Sabbath. And we're online, and it wasn't clear at first, and there's some discussion, and I thought I was the only one that didn't know.
Yeah, no, it's a Saturday is the Sabbath, and it's now that we agree.
He's right.
It's a Saturday, and it's when the evening changes or the day changes into the evening of the Saturday night, and it's a prayer time and it's a family time, and then no work is done that entire Sabbath day. Nothing at all. It's what should be, what we should be doing.
I'm sitting going, really? That happens? I could use a few days like that. I think it's been a while.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. We're going to talk about more Fiddler on the Roof from Schmooze Productions, opening here at Harbor City Theatre November the 13th. Time now for a short break.
Still to come today, a random act of magic in Parksville, and Todd and Derek attempt to beat the clock in Qualicum Beach.
May the Lord
That is an excerpt from Sabbath Prayer, one of the songs featured in Fiddler on the Roof, running here at the Harbor City Theatre November 13th to the 29th. Only 11 performances running Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 2 matinees are scheduled as well. Schmooze, I never can say that properly, productions.com. Unless I'm not trying to say it, then it comes out really, really well, just in regular conversation. But now that it matters, I can't say it properly. Anyways, we're going to throw things over now to someone who always says things properly. It's Matt Carter, a Mariner Minute.
I'll crawl, I'll get there.
They're doing what they call blocking here for Fiddler on the Roof. They're going through their lines. They're seeing how things are going to lay out on stage, making sure everyone has their exits and entrances all properly laid out. And it's where the magic begins, really. And speaking of magic, it's time now for another random act of magic.
We are here in Qualicum Beach at the Shady Rest Restaurant, and I'm standing here with Joel. How's it going, Joel?
Good, Mike. How are
Good.
you?
Really good. We're gonna do a little bit of magic with these.
Sounds
These
great.
are coins, 4 American half dollars. I'm gonna put them out on the mat just like that. I want you to watch them close, because they're gonna jump one at a time. I want you to watch this. Pew! There goes number 1. That's not bad. We're gonna do this again, just like that. 2 over there, 1 over there. We'll do this back one, just like that. And then this one here, we'll put right there.
Nice.
Not bad at all. The last one is gonna go just like this. There you go. That's not bad at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna do this again. But this time, we're gonna do it a little faster. Watch this close. They're all gonna go at the same time. Here it goes. There they go.
Oh.
It's not bad at all. Not bad. All right. Now, a lot of people think I use more than 4 coins. I want you to take a look at these. We're going to put them right here like this. Hands are empty. We're going to do it real slow. Watch. There we go. Do this again. Do some more. And 1 more. There you go. That's it. Another random act of magic.
You're watching Go Island, Shaw TV, Channel 4. I don't know if I've ever seen you, Dean, with a beard. How does it feel?
It's itchy and annoying at points, and I'm starting to get used to it again.
And it's not a hockey beard.
No, it's not a hockey beard.
It's a theater
not even
beard.
November. It's theater.
You're going to get a pretty good start on November.
Yeah.
November, now that you mention it. Who do you play?
I play Tevye. He is the center of this entire show, this entire community. He's the one that is really trying to keep tradition alive and yet being able to bend far enough to keep his daughters with him and with his family.
How old is this script?
1964, the musical was written. It was a story first, Tevye and the Dairyman. Tevye the Dairyman, and it just revolves around this family and this small community and what happens in turn of the century 1900s when the Russians decide that the Jews can no longer stay where they're staying, so they have to move and leave their community.
It's got some themes then that are still controversial today and bring up some.
Still very relevant today. Things like this are happening all over the world right now.
Why? I mean, and it's not just this script and that you're doing Fiddler on the Roof, but I've always wondered, I mean, part of the engagement of a story to me is that discovering something that's unknown. So why do something, we know how it's going to turn out, we know what happens, we know who the characters are.
I doubt you do. What we do...
Actually, you're right, I've never seen it. And there are people out there.
What we do is we recreate these characters so that they're fresh for people. This is Schmooze Production, so it is our take on these characters. But it's also like watching a movie that you've seen before, and you know that there's going to be a part where your heart's going to melt, or that you're going to laugh, or you're going to cry. Mm-hmm. And
it's almost like a comfort zone for our emotions.
It is.
And what the emotion that art can bring out when it's live.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those shows that's close to my heart. I remember it as a kid. I remember watching it, and it's one of those stories where you have to love these characters. You just connect with them so quickly.
Will you reveal anything that is the schmooze touch on your version of Fiddler on the Roof? Will there be?
I don't think anybody's going to be shocked. It's a family show. We're looking for people to bring their kids, to bring their grandparents, everything. So no, I don't think you're going to see what traditionally might be considered a schmooze touch to it.
Starting a brand new tradition. The tradition is don't get too comfortable in your expectations.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Of what to expect. Okay, thank you. Fiddler on the Roof opening here, Harbor City Theatre, November the 13th, running through until
the 29th.
29th. Limited times. You can check the website for days that the show's running, what time, and how to get tickets in advance, because the smooth shows usually sell out. We're going to throw things over now to Todd and Derek. It's an edition of Clocked. I'm still recovering from that milk cart run, I think. You know, that's almost a vintage episode of Clocked, a visit to vintage candy in Qualicum Beach. When I think candy this time of year, I do think Halloween, and then I also think that, you know, one of those little mini chocolate bars, that's about 20 squats. So yeah, go ahead, pig out, but just know that you got to make up for it a bit later on. Maybe if you're Todd and Derek, I can just send you on a wild goose chase in a community looking for a clue that you're never going to find the answer to, which is the goal, which is what I need some help with. If you have an idea for Clock that you think would stump Todd and Derek, send me an email. Don't post it on Facebook. Don't tweet it, because they will see it. kate.bergen@sjrb.ca, or even give me a phone call, 250-760-5093. They are in the blocking and rehearsing stages here early on of Fiddler on the Roof from Schmooze Productions. It opens on November 13th, runs through until the 29th, 8 o'clock performances. That's Thursday through Saturday. Matinees November 16th and 23rd at 2 o'clock. You can get tickets online, Schmooze Productions. I said it right this time, schmoozeproductions.com for more tickets and information. It's a good idea to reserve those tickets ahead of time, because these shows here at Harbor City Theatre tend to sell out. Speaking of performance and shows, we're going to leave you now, because for once I haven't gone overtime, with some more of Sabbath prayer.
May the Lord fulfill our Sabbath prayer for you.
May God make you good mothers, and may He send you husbands who will care for you.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.